third attempt here. All right, so I'm leaving from one of the 3 properties that we still paint for, and a couple of days ago we had an issue over here with this property reaching out to me saying, hey, your painters used the wrong paint on the trim and the doors. And I was like, what in the world are you talking about? I said, there is no way. We've never had that happen. And sure as shit, it did happen. So basically what it was is my painters just didn't paint the trim and the doors in 2 units, which is, you know, absolutely not what we need to be doing. Got to be doing these jobs correctly. And then they lied about it. The short of it, they lied about it, said that they did, and made me look like a fool backing them up. But whatever, just take it as, you know, they were there's no excuse for it. It was a mistake. It was blatant negligence on our part, and that rarely ever happens. You know, the excuse is, if you want the real excuse, they thought they could get away with it. Either the trim and doors didn't need to be painted, or not, you know, they felt like they didn't really need to be painted, or that was the case in one of the units. The other unit, they blasted the trim and the doors with the flat paint, like wall, ceilings, trim and doors, all the same paint. So made me look like a little bit of a fool, but I just left from that property having a conversation with the manager over there, and, you know, addressing the issue, saying, hey, you know, I'm sorry that took place, and, you know, I've talked with my guys, and, you know, we're going to make sure that doesn't happen again. And, you know, we're the only painter that they use. So I'm grateful for that. We get to charge a little bit of a premium at this property because they have 16-foot tall ceilings. So it's basically like charging double. But anywho, everything is fine. Issues arise from time to time. I am on my way over to another property right now, where my guys are at right now, painting 1 unit. We also have another unit at that property that needs to be painted. They're probably not going to get to that today, which is fine. I just talked to them about that as well, and said, hey, worst case scenario, they'll get the unit done tomorrow. But there's a lot of drywall repairs that are taking place over at this property. I think like 4. And then 1 unit getting painted over here. And they also want me to give them a quote to paint 1 entire story of this property, which is the 4th floor in one of the buildings. And it's not even that big of a floor in comparison to the miles of hallways that the 3 floors below it in that building are. I gave a quote to paint that whole building one time. Actually, the whole interior. There's 2 buildings at that property. One is only 2 stories tall, the other one is 4 stories tall. The quote that I gave, I believe, was $45,000 for the interior, but it was a lot of work. They didn't go for that. Now they want me to paint 1 floor. So you figure every bit of between $5,000 and $10,000. It's probably going to be about $7,000 just throwing a number in the blind. Now the good news is they provide the paint, so that would be a decent little lick right there. Problem would be is I would have to bring in additional painters, because my 2 guys, you know, there's going to be other work that's going to be needing to be done during that time. I mean, maybe there's not, who knows. I could bring in at least 1 other painter. But again, let me reiterate, the good news about this is the 4th floor is not big at all. So let's go look at that job, and you guys can witness firsthand Joe underbidding some more. But again, keep in mind, in this case, they're going to provide the paint, and it's 3 different colors: white, blue, and semi-gloss blue. Nice. All right, so you can see the wrong paint has already been used trying to touch up these walls. This floor is a lot bigger than what I thought that it was initially. So you can see we've got, well, that's bad because of the window right there. Looks like they tried to take a piece out for color matching. You got this line right here, so you've got your blue, your white, and then your semi-gloss blue down there. But let's take a look at this. So you can see already that goes on forever back there, and it goes on over that way too. All right. So as we walk this, you guys keep in mind, how much would you charge for this? All right. So here is the first area. This is the elevator landing area right here. You've got this hallway that goes right there. You can see everywhere on the walls where they've tried to touch this up, and you can see that they were getting ready to try to paint this. They might do that after they see the quote they're about to give them. All right, so let's go down this first hallway. This is just a small little hallway right here. Okay, baby hallway. Not a lot of scuffs on the walls around here. And then this hallway ends over here. Okay, nothing too major back that way, but this is where it gets fun at. Okay. So we can go this way. Yeah, man. Before we go that way, let's continue this way. Estimated time of completion on this job is every bit of 2 weeks. Okay. That's where this hallway ends right here. All right, and then going back the way that we came. I think I'm about to put this price tag at, oh shit, did I go that way? Oh good, that just ends right there, okay. Yeah, definitely about to put this price tag at 10,000. 2 weeks worth of work. Gonna need some laborers for sure. Yeah, what do you think? 10,000? I think that's probably nowhere near enough. Somebody's probably gonna say, Joe, that's every bit of $15,000, $20,000 worth of work. It may be. Square footage right there, you're probably looking at, shit, I don't know. Couldn't even tell you, man. Probably 2,000 to 3,000 square feet right there of hallway. Somewhere around there. It's definitely more than 1,000. Top of the morning to you. Saturday morning as I begin this about 8 o'clock in the morning. And you probably can't see just how destroyed my face is here. But you probably will notice it at some point. It's my son. Gosh almighty. He is getting so bad with the clawing, the biting, the scratching, the pulling. His attitude when he's not getting his way, it's getting out of control, and well, I'm trying to figure out how to rein that in. So anyways, it's been, shit, it feels like days since I've last worked out or ran. Can't even remember the last time I went to the gym. Probably like maybe Tuesday of this week. So it's probably been at least 3 days since I've worked out. Today I'm gonna run. It's gonna feel like probably torture to do so, but I have to do so. Crazy to think that yesterday made 4 weeks that I've been smoke free. You know, however long I've been working out, and I've been fasting for probably about, well, a good week solid. And crazy to think that when I started this little journey, I was 255 pounds. Do you know that I have gained a pound? I'm now 256.4. I've gained almost a pound and a half. How the hell does that math add up? Sort of like Joe trying to run a business. Can't bid a job right. Can't even figure out fitness. But you know what? We're out here. We're going to try to do it. Going to try to run a mile and a dub in under 14 minutes. Know damn well that's not going to happen. But let's get to it and see how it works out. All right, I did it. A mile and a dub, 14 minutes and 30 seconds. Absolutely pitiful. I ran a mile in 12 minutes, right on the money. And then I ran the extra dub in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So, crazy. Did it though. All right, sorry. I was walking by the bus stop. It might have been a little loud right there. Yeah, my foot hurts. Everything's kind of aching. 41 years old, but it feels good to have done that. Probably could have ran a little bit longer, but a mile and a dub, under 14 minutes. That's what I'm trying to focus on right this second. So, quiet for a, damn, they rented my space out. Oh no, I was gonna get this. I wanted this little space. I don't know what I wanted it for, but I had always looked at it. Could have been something. All right, let's carry on with the day and see where today is gonna take us. Oh yeah, I forgot. That reminded me of something right there. Seeing these fellas arguing, going down the street. So I want to show you something that I've been noticing as I've been doing my little morning jogs, IRL, out here in the real world. You know I love the abandoned stuff, right? Well, let me show you a couple of things. Check these joints out right here. You got 1, 2. So as I was running by here this morning, I watched these 2 homeless dudes get up out of this one, and I guess they have commandeered this and they're living in it. And then I wonder who, if anyone, has commandeered this one. No decals on it, deflated dinghy, right? I'll show you this. It's from New York. It's got a nice little lock on it. AC unit sitting there. So my area has become home to abandoning your boat. And like I said, I watched 2 homeless dudes get out of this one. And then you got this one right here. As I was running yesterday, I was thinking to myself, I was like, what if we just started commandeering abandoned sailboats? Because you got those 2 right there, and then you got more over here. I'll show you those in just a minute. They're kind of far away, so I figured why not? Hey, let's just keep on running, right? Let's get it. Let's not even jog. Let's David Goggins this money. That lasted all of about a minute. I guess my ambition far outweighed my, whatever the hell George Young says in Blow. All right. So anyways, getting back to sailboat commandeering. First of all, think to yourself, what would we do with these if we got them or took them? Where would we take them? Could we take them anywhere? We'd have to get them towed. Maybe we could start repurposing, refurbishing, flipping abandoned sailboats. Holy shit, there's an idea. All right, check this out. Here's the next one right here. This one's just been tucked away behind this little gazebo. And over here, you got the dinghy and a bunch of other riffraff. But again, these things have been sitting here for a while. Now, I've seen no signs of life on these for days. Doesn't mean they don't belong to somebody. And in fact, now that I think about it, all right, here we go. Hey, oh God, my legs. Look at this shit. Do you think it'll still float? Like, what the damn hell they got going on here? That looks like the innards of it. There were your seats that sat on top of this thing. Yeah, we ought to take this and, you know, put a bunch of patches on it, fill it back up, and sell this. The thing be worth some money right here. Shit. I think it ain't. I don't know about all this shit. Yeah, man. Crazy. I don't know if I remember that little awning being up on it right there yesterday. Could have been, but the lock don't look like it's changed. I think we ought to just take that shit. And I tell you, the crazy thing about it, nobody would say a damn thing about it. They don't even want these boats out here. They're a nuisance. This is an area where people come and just dump boats. So, you know, you got one dinghy over there on the other side, and then another dinghy here. We could most certainly get those, start trying to fill them up, see where they're leaking from, patch them, and then sell them. I think I'm onto something right there. If they're still here this upcoming week and I've got the time, well, let's go get them. And if anybody jumps out and says that it's theirs, well, that'll just add to the intrigue of it. But I'm quite certain that all of those boats that I showed you have been abandoned. Now, in those areas where those boats are docked at, there's no overnight mooring in those areas, but yet those boats have been staying there for, you know, days, weeks, months, maybe. And we might be doing the city a favor. I'm telling you, them dinghies are worth some money. You're talking at least $500 a piece for those if we could get those bitches floating again. And how crazy would it be to patch them up, take them out in the water, and then they start taking on water. Joe does stuff. There's some excitement right there. Anyways, let me get home and yeah, see what else I got going on for the weekend. Hey, just wanted to share that with you. Y'all let me know what you think about that. Could that be the next business venture? Commandeering abandoned dinghies, refurbishing, repurposing, and then flipping. I don't know if you remember, but a long time ago, I used to try to sell free couches. This could kind of be like that, except possibly a lot better. Hey, what's going on? Probably super dark up in here. In my shed as I get ready to wrap this video up, if I need to wrap this video up, and I'm getting ready to test audio. That's right. I got to do some major audio tests. There's my audio interface that just sits on the floor right next to a kerosene can. And then there is my cloud lifter for my Shure microphone. And I've been having some issues lately with audio where I'm starting to get some static, a little bit clicking, and you can't really hear it because if I stay talking, that talks over that noise, but the silence is deafening, to say the least. So I need to really figure out what's going on with my audio. Now, my computer needed to update, just did the update on my computer, so we're going to test that. And if that don't work, then we're going to switch out all of these XLR cables. If that don't work, we got a problem. Could be the audio interface, it could be the microphone. I can't tell you the string of bad luck that I've had with microphones. Sort of a little microphone graveyard over here in this area. Yeah, old mics back there. There's a mic right there. That's actually a good mic. And here's a bad mic, brand new microphone right here. Don't mind that old pack of cigarettes right there. Joe ain't smoking no more. It's been 4 weeks. Little pack of cigarettes just hiding right there. But yeah, man, this guy right here, my little NT1. Love that mic. It's a little tinny in comparison to the Shure SM7B. That guy right there is all the rave. Hopefully it's not the microphone. Hopefully it's just the cables or the computer update. I got to do some testing on this audio to make sure that this is right, because I've got some shorts that I want to film. So yeah, that's how we'll wrap this up. Joe doing technical difficulty assessments. Y'all have a great one. I'll share more as soon as I can. I know you can't hear it, but I can. Hello, folks. Fat Boy Slim here. And right now we're doing some technical difficulty assessments. Can you hear that clicking?